Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JD. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a great end to your week. In today's episode, we have a very interesting story to talk about, and it kind of makes you think, sometimes the fame, the popularity somebody has on social media doesn't always translate into the real world. Today's story is all surrounding a recent speech that JDhillon Mulvaney gave at Penn State. Now, obviously, JDhillon Mulvaney does these things because, well, he's stunning, brave, and probably one of the most inspirational speakers out there. But it's being spoken about nonetheless because, well, not a lot of people turned up. And if I was Penn State and I was seeing how much I paid for this, I'd be thinking to myself, was this the wisest investment? Because to host JDhillon Mulvaney at your campus comes with a hefty fee of around $40,000. The Daily Mail reported not so long ago JDhillon Mulvaney to charge $40,000. $40,000, wow. For college visits this year, months after backlash over Bud Light partnership that cost the beer brand $27 billion. Insane. Now, paying $40,000, or I imagine it was around that mark anyway, for somebody who started a Days of Girlhood TikTok series and have not a lot of people show up. Hey, look, man, I'm not a financial expert here, but that to me doesn't sound like the best investment. But who am I to judge? I'm no financial expert. We are all just experts in common sense. That doesn't really apply here. I do apologize. But YAF, Young America's Foundation, sent out this post regarding JDhillon Mulvaney's little speech, and it did get a lot of people talking. A large number of empty seats for JDhillon Mulvaney's speech at Penn State, attaching the image of a sold-out crowd in this room. I imagine the queue must have been quite the job to handle. But what did JDhillon Mulvaney talk about to this small group of liberal college students? Well, it was truly fascinating. JDhillon Mulvaney reveals how he did not speak to his mother for 6 months during his transition while giving guest lecture to half-empty auditorium at Penn State. I think it was a little bit more than half, I'll say now. Transgender influencer JDhillon Mulvaney shared his journey during a recent lecture at Penn State, revealing a period of estrangement from his mother during his difficult transition while giving a guest lecture to a half-empty auditorium. Mulvaney discussed his struggles and dreams to a small crowd of Penn State students Friday evening, emphasizing his passion for theater and his upcoming one-woman show. Yeah, the event, funded by student fees, wow, I'd be mad if that was me, faced low attendance, documented by footage shared by the Young America's Foundation, revealing rows of empty seats at the auditorium where the 26-year-old was set to take the stage. Mulvaney, sporting a Penn State jacket, led a Penn State chant. That must have been a little bit awkward with that many people in the room, and shared that despite his challenging transition and controversy with his Bud Light promotion, he is now able to focus on his career. It was the hardest year of my life, he said, as reported by the Penn State campus newspaper Onward State. My next musical theater dream is to do a production with a lot of trans people on stage. Mulvaney emphasized the importance of gender identity and the right to be treated with respect. The actor highlighted challenges faced by trans individuals in musical theater and expressed a desire to make a place for black trans voices. You're entitled to be treated with respect, Mulvaney said. I never thought of myself as an activist, and then I got invited to the White House to interview the president. He laughed. Yeah. Do you remember that one? The White House invited, and I shouldn't be laughing because it's actually very concerning, but the White House invited JDhillon Mulvaney after a few episodes of the Days of Girlhood TikTok series to talk all things trans youth and womanhood, and Joe Biden loved it.
Mr. President, this is my 221st day of publicly transitioning.
God love it.
Yeah, so that just really shows you how the Biden administration feels about girls, women. Not that anybody needed to see that clip to know how they feel, but JDhillon Mulvaney is out here preaching the good old classic woke PR talking points to this small crowd of liberal college students, and here's a clip of them talking about all things that need to be discussed. I guess take a watch.
I feel my bigger picture I'll share with you is my dream in life is to have Hello Sunshine like Reese Witherspoon, or do the Ryan Murphy thing and make other people's stories. And I think a lot of those stories that I want to help make are black trans stories. And I know that I'm not the right one to create those, but I want to help get our foot in the door. And I think I'm one of the most privileged trans people in the world right now, and I'm starting to find seats at the table, and I want to be able to clear space for my other dolls. And I think a big part of that is like, it's happening offline, but I have these bigger dreams of how can we look at this outside of just the day-to-day of TikTok and like real mainstream Hollywood.
I mean, hey, look, you know, Hollywood is probably hearing that and rubbing their hands together, getting ready to call, I don't know, Disney CEO Bob Iger, informing him, hey, look, for your Frozen live-action remake that probably comes out in 5 to 7 years, we need Dylan Mulvaney as the main character. It must happen. And it's kind of actually insane to me that anybody turned up to this event. I don't know what they expected to hear or if they thought anything of importance was going to be said. And I don't want to be rude when I say this. There isn't any issue on this planet that I would pay Dylan Mulvaney thousands to talk about. And maybe with the low turnout to this event, it just also shows everybody as well that these woke snowflakes don't actually care about the issues they claim to care about so much. Because if they were so deeply emotionally tied to these things, would they not just turn up to hear Dylan Mulvaney talk because it's stunning, brave, etc., etc.? It's almost like they virtue signal so much on social media, right? They sit there and they say, oh, I like Dylan Mulvaney's videos, I comment on his videos, I share his videos, I support Dylan Mulvaney, I help him become a star. But when it comes to the in-person things, nah. The virtue signal energy only takes you so far. And talking of likes, comments, shares, the algorithm also played a huge part in Dylan Mulvaney becoming a star, right? Which is why people also say, well, the algorithm helped him on social media, but in the real world, it's not going down so well. And I do think those algorithms that pushed out Dylan Mulvaney, I don't think it was very organic. You know, I think it was quite disingenuous and also purposely pushed out. I just struggle to believe somebody who was making just comedic TikTok videos and then started to make a few episodes of the Days of Girlhood suddenly becomes a star overnight just like that without the help of an algorithm also pushing these videos out there. But that's just me. These people only turn up to these events nonetheless when it's like the narrative is a minority is being discriminated against. You know, we've seen more people turn up to a Riley Gaines speech in protest than this speech. That says a lot, right? So it's almost like the victim mindset only helps them turn up to these things, and then they protest, they kick, scream and shout, and then they claim to care about something they didn't before the NPC brain was going off and telling them, oh, something bad's going on here. I deeply care about this issue. Now, I'm very angry. We must But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on why you think not a lot of people turned up to this event. I'm interested to see all of them. If you have enjoyed today, also make sure to leave a like rating, as it really, really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.